certification, first basic. So we have fundamental, F for fundamental, AZ-900. We have admin infrastructure, infra exam, which we are doing right now, 104. We have 500 security exam. We have network exam. We have 204 developer exam. We have DevOps exam. We have architect exam. We have some AI exam, like that. So these are the exams. And so you enter into Azure any field. This is one of the very popular, very interesting, and very high paying job exam from a demand perspective. It's not like I'm doing, but in reality, it is like that. I'll take one example only. Only one example, short example. Normally, I teach 10 years, 20 years experience people in the corporate world. But in year 2008, I've taken one project to train 100 guys as a fresher, which is normally I never do. So I've done one training for them, 16 days. Basics network, basic servers, Azure, and then assessment, and then company done the assessment. 2008, it's hardly 6 years now. And out of which 90% selected by the company, 10 are rejected. They are not clear the assessment. Out of 90% or 90 guys, 80 guys are in India right now, 10 are in the US, Germany, Europe. And we are Indian guys, including myself. Okay, 20 years experience. Can anyone do a guess how much salary they are getting now? Almost all 80, average, or say minimum. Just do a guess. Number can be anything, guess. 2008 to 2024, how many years? 6 years just now, Yes, Indian guys who are in India, how much salary they are getting roughly? Minimum? See, if you are not answer, not interactive, then it's very difficult. Yes, any guess?
Maybe 80 LPA.
18 LPA, okay. Good number. Anything else?
Not 18. It's 80. 80.
In India? In India is
Yeah.
INR, Indian rupees, right?
Yeah.
So tell me. And 10 guys are in, if you are in Germany, if you are in US, those are 10 different people. So roughly, yes, any answer in Indian rupees after 6 years, what could be the minimum salary for them? Tell
Maybe
me.
25K, sir. I mean, 25 lakh.
Okay. So all
sir.
80, almost is right now in a range of 18 to 25. I'm not saying all are 20, but in between. And in 6 years, it's a good number in India. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Correct. And these 10 guys are definitely, somebody is getting 1.22 lakh USD. Even one guy today got the promotion, AVP infrastructure in cloud, in just 6 years. He's in Germany. And some good euros in Germany, Today only they got promoted. So it means overall demand is good. And even for me to reach 20 lakh, it takes some years, definitely. We are starting from Windows XP days slowly. Correct? And this young generation now starting is getting 5 lakh and then reach 18, 20 in just few years. Correct, guys?
I agree, sir.
Lucky
Yes.
young generation.
Yes, you know that there is a difference, right? In today's world and when we started 10 years back or 20 years back. So okay, so that's a small story, but it's a real in reality. Okay, so this is basic details about the certifications, you know. And
So infrastructure is the most popular one in the market.
I'm not saying this is only, this one is more popular. Security, if somebody is in security, DevOps, DevOps is also very popular. So, sorry, not DevOps. Yeah, DevOps. This is a developer actually. So yes, three I can say it's more popular and it's getting more demand or more value slowly, slowly. You know, it's just a picking up AI something. So
Uh, what is there in 700?
700 is Azure networks. Networks, only Azure networks, which we will do here in this module also. So no need to worry. Okay. So now,
Sorry, one more question.
yes, please.
So the person who is doing security 500, so is it recommended to do 700 along with 500 or how is it?
No, 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 not required. Directly 500 you can do.
So I'm just trying to understand, these guys have some packages of 500, 700. So who is the target audience for 700? Who should do it?
You mean to say from a networking perspective, or you are talking about general perspective? What is
Yeah, generally, who generally takes the 700 course? In
okay?
which stream? Yeah.
Yeah, okay. So AZ-104, anyone can do who are going for Azure, you know, after fundamental, you know, infrastructure. And please understand in this, it's not, we are talking about network also, we are talking about VMs, we are talking about storage, we are talking about almost everything here. So, so, so that's why I use the word anyone. Now, security, if anyone coming from security on premises perspective and they want only security, that's their in mindset. I want only security. For them, AZ 500 is there.
You mean
And
security means firewalls and all?
yes, firewall we will do here itself, you know. That's what I'm saying. It's not like we are not doing. But you know, because instead of learning 20 things, because if I'm coming from only security and my learning is only security, example. So they said, okay, I need only security. So then for them, it's only 1,500 is a choice. Okay. I'm talking about your question is who are interested in 500, right? Only security person. Now,
Okay.
is somebody coming from CCNA, CCNP, and all those stuff, you know? So AG 700 is for them. But please understand, from a job perspective, right? People ask everything. That's why I'm saying this is more popular. Are you getting my point?
So without 104, we can do 500, right? So everything will be covered in 500 too, also. The security one, correct?
I'll take one example.
Hmm.
In this, we'll talk about networks, VNets and all. We put the firewall also here. But there are a few more topics on the security side, you know, SQL security. And now SQL security definitely it's not part of this. So SQL security is here. But network security is here also, here also. Few topics are overlapping, but there are
Okay.
a few other things should be here because it's a core security exam, definitely. So, and same way with the network so itself. So, and and from a suggestion perspective, you know, and your background is from the wireless or system admin.
I'm from security actually.
Yeah, for security, if you want to do this direct, you can. I'm not denying for that, you know. But but if you are uh, taking a combo kind of from this to this, it is little more helpful for you in that sense. Are you getting my point?
Right.
Because
So you have good idea with 104. Everything we'll have an idea. Details will go into that specialized one.
security. And 20% topic will be overlapping. That should not be any problem, especially the network related, but other things are definitely it's there. That's actually a good choice instead of directly jump into the security, because especially when you are new into the issue. Are you getting my point?
Yeah.
Okay, this is the technical reason. And from the job perspective, you are in security, right? Now, example, if you say, okay, I'll deploy a firewall, but where you deploy the firewall? Are you deploying firewall on top of the VNet, or you will say VNet done by somebody else, firewall, I'll do it? You can't say like that to a company. Indirectly, VNet deployment, you know, you only need to do it. So you understand, right? In a demand perspective, people ask you to do something here also, and then something here also. Make sense?
Got it. Okay, thank you.
So company requirement is always keep on changing.
Yeah,
So
I'm very clear now with 104 and 500. So in 700, you said the CCNA guys will be helped, right?
no. That's why I'm saying for you security, if you are saying 104 and this is okay. But I'm
Yeah.
talking about somebody coming from CCNA, CCNP background, and they don't want to do anything. They want just focus on only networks. For them, they have a one dedicated exam. Dedicated does not mean that network you will learn here also and you are not learning here. I will cover almost everything in network from in this
What
module.
extra, like the SQL, you gave an example over there in 500, SQL and firewalls will be extra there. So
No,
what extra?
firewall is here also, and in
Okay.
700 extra. Yes, there are three load balancers we have, three or
Load
four.
balance.
We will cover all the four load balancer here. In this, we will cover one load balancer. So slight difference, that's not big thing. So I'll give you the outline for AZ
Maybe
700.
express route
Express route,
where
I'll
you
cover
configure.
here also. I'll cover here also. What I'll do, I'll give you both the outline to you. You can just check little bit, but I feel let's focus on 104, which is
Yeah.
very demanding for the job perspective.
Okay.
Any more question, guys, before I start? Labs. This is the networking master folder. So you see AZ weekends. So I'm doing 8:10 a.m. to 10 a.m. weekend. Almost last class is there for AZ 700. And one AZ 500 recently completed on the weekend, like that. So this will be a master folder for you guys. So if you go with a AZ-104, so you will see in reality, because I already covered one for this networkings on the weekdays. So this way you get to know on which day I'm covering which topic. Mostly it's structured way, it's already there. There is a possibility in a particular day, I may able to cover up to this because you have some extra questions and I'm not able to cover these two by chance. So I will cover in the next day, but I will not change the flow mostly. So end of the day, you see backup, recovery, monitors, you see app service, web app, extensions, storage security, disk encryptions, you see VM, high availability, load balancers, networking, peering, routers, site-to-site VPNs, NSGs, Azure firewalls, almost everything is the structure way. You can see today, I'll give you the access. Lab details. So day-wise labs are there. So example, if I go to the day 10, there are two labs, load balancer and load balancer application gateway with firewall, WAF, day 10. And then last is the backup. So if I go to the lab folder and day 10, you will see the load balancer and WAF. So you will get all the labs on a folder, specific folder based on the day-wise word file. This is day wise, this is lab details day wise, and these are all the labs. Schedule is, this is one batch I have done, 9:30 to 11. And somebody asked me how many hours you spent. This is 26 hours from my end, 26 hours from your end. Total is 52 hours. But this 26 become 22 and 26 become 32 also. It depends upon participants level and interest and how many questions they ask and how we progress. So it's not like fixed, but based on good years of experience, good intelligent people, lots of questions, and this is what I spend in one batch. Even start date is there and end date is there. But for you guys, anything plus minus, we will see that. End of the day, learning is the objective, time is not your objective. Correct?
True.
So
True, sir.
now 104, same way, I created a master folder for you labs, lab detail day wise for 500, also 700. There are some important folder, keynotes, some important keynotes you will open yourself, and like summary notes kind of, all the documentations are here, all the diagrams. So I will tomorrow talk about, say, Azure file sync service, Azure virtual machine as a AD server, how to build Azure VM as a Active Directory server. So all scenarios are built here, and I will open these diagrams to explain the things for you. So whatever I am going to explain, ready-made, I already given to you. Exam tips. So tomorrow you are going for exam. Last day I will explain you exam tips. Example 104, how to prepare. So I will mention very clearly, it's a okay exam, medium exam, easy exam, difficult exam, like that, very clearly. And mandatory things what you need to do before you go for exam. Same way 500. This is a difficult exam in Microsoft history. And why it is difficult, I mentioned the reason. We will see the exam tips later on. So based on the real feedback, I have also done recently, my two students done 700, they cleared both the exam. And I recently updated for 700 also. So based on the feedbacks, we add this exam tips. And these are my custom labs. I put it. You want to know, you want to take a snapshot of the VM. Snapshot of a VM, like a backup kind of snapshot, so that I can recover the VM in a quick time. So these are the one extra, not extra. This is my personal labs, and based on the topic wise, DDoS attack, disk encryption, identity protection. So I created folder wise labs, but this is for me. You can access it if you want, but for you guys, I told you your focus should be on 104 and labs on this structure wise. This is what the master folder, and I'm going to give access this folder to you by today, and you can have download access also. Okay.
Thank you, sir.
So that's
Sir, I
all.
joined the master class. So you gonna teach us for the whole master class, or it can be decided later?
No, I'm not clear with your question. Once again.
Actually, I joined this master class in which I will learn 104, 500, and 700. So I want to ask you that you're gonna take all these classes, or it will be decided later?
No, I'm only teaching these three things: infrastructure, security, and the networks. Yes.
Great.
That's why I've given all the three things to you. And we are starting first class of 104, and I'm just giving you the information about all the three little bit, but Officially, we are starting 104 now. Okay. And now come to 104. Introduction. So this course is intended to anyone who is interested in to managing entire Azure infrastructure into the cloud. And this is for those people, including network, storage, everything. And this is the official slides. I cannot even edit any single word in the slides. It's given by Microsoft only, which clearly says everything is up to the mark with the contents. So when I teach this corporate class, it will be a 4 days, 8 hours we spend total, including my time and student time, total 16, 16, 32. But in this case, we are giving more time. So this exam is important for everyone who needs to manage and do a role called cloud admin, cloud support engineer, including networking, storage, everything. So as we discussed, 900 fundamental, 104 and 305 is architect, developer, DevOps, network.
So, one second, sir. Can you tell me something more about 305 and the path?
305 is, I told you, it's an architect exam. And I mentioned that in that list, when I done that. So architect exam is like the next level exam, and but for that you have to be clear 104, and then you can do 305. That's a step 1, step 2, and step 3. So I will give you information about 305 also on details, what exactly the topics we have.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
And for this particular exam, this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 categories, like broader, and each roughly 20% or say 15 to 17% roughly. And networking play a little more vital role here. But roughly, if you say almost have 15-17% of average ratio, we will discuss this exam tips later on. And we have identity, governance, networking, connectivity, load balancers, web apps, VM, storage, container, data protection, monitoring, all module wise. So nothing specifically, and we are about to start our first module. Any question for me before I take first good technical topic?
Sir, I have a question about the Intune. Intune is not part of this course?
Definitely no. Intune is, SCCM, deployment, Intune. Yes, cloud-based Intune.
Okay.
Yeah, Intune
So
is
it's a different.
Intune is a separate module in Microsoft called MD102. Intune, endpoint admin. Okay, so if there is no more question, I'll start with the basics of cloud first. So definitely we'll not start what is identity and all, nothing, cloud benefits. So last 5 years, 10 years, we are working with on-premises, right? And so I'll take one simple example first. In a real world, we purchase one server for my company, and it's a big server. It's a Dell, say Xeon Pro processor, and it's 128 gig RAM and with 8 CPU, big server. Cost is some lakhs. So when I purchase this server, it's on premises. And same server I purchase in clouds. So do you know some benefits on the clouds? Any benefit in cloud? Same server, we do it in Azure. So anyone knows any benefit in clouds?
In costing, it's cheaper than physical.
Cheaper, first 3 years is not cheaper, definitely. After 3 years, it is yes. So cost-wise, we called as return on investment, ROI. ROI you will not get first 3 years, but after 3 years, definitely you'll get it. So yes. Any other advantage in cloud?
Like you can pay as you go. Like for the usage only, we can pay.
Yes, 4 lakh is the server cost, and I paid all 4 lakh day one. But here I have not paid any cost in a month. Whatever I use, number of hours, I need to pay there. It's a usage cost. It's not like 4 lakh cost. Whatever I use it, small cost I need to pay. But every month I need to pay. Here, one time I purchase, after that I'm not paying. So it means it needs huge investment in day one. And then no running cost. Here, no investment, but some running cost. Now, 128 GB, and I later on get to know I need 256 GB. So I send an email to my manager. Manager sent to procurement team. Sorry, customer. Customer sent to the procurement. Procurement sent to the Dell. And Dell sent another 128 GB memory sticks to me. And I upgraded on the hardware. It's a very long process. And here, within a click, I can upgrade 128 GB to 256. So some extra benefits in the cloud. So you see, pay as you go, per minute billing, scale up, scale down, I can increase and decrease. I'm not paying any upfront cost, 4 lakh rupees. I'm not paying anything for the hardware. I'm paying the running cost. It's a per minute billing. And Microsoft give you guarantee that I'll make sure this VM is available to you. So some cloud benefits. When you say cloud, cloud has 300 plus services. VM, network, load balancer, storage, SQL, so many. So the 300 plus services we divide into 3 parts. SaaS, software as a service. PaaS, platform as a service. IaaS, infrastructure as a service. So if I say I deploy a VM, one of the service out of 300, any services in cloud when you deploy, that particular service must fit into either here, either here, either here. And if it is fit here, this has some positive, some negative. If something fits here, it has some positive and negative. If it fits something here, it has some positive, negative. So we should know what are the positive, negative of these things, 3 things. So first is software as a service. Software as a service means no need to install the package or software. It's ready to use. Access the URL based access. So we access with a URL and we will access once we have a license. It's a license based. SLA, Microsoft will give you guarantee. Its services license is there. Its services will be up and running every time. And backend server is fully restricted. I cannot access the backend server. And very big example is Office 365. So when I purchase a Office 365 license assigned to a user, and within just 2 minutes, user will get Exchange Online, SharePoint, Teams, OneDrive. At Office, you do Teams chat and all, right? Correct?
Yes, sir.
So I done my first Exchange server in my life, 2003 Exchange server. It took me 7 days to deploy, design, and all those stuff. And now Exchange, SharePoint, Teams, OneDrive, I can do it in 15 minutes. Not more than that, because ready-made available, license-based, done. So no control. So I asked Microsoft, tell me where my email Exchange server is running. Show me the server. They will not show me anytime. No control on the backend. Only I'll get the Office 365 console. I can put all the security policies, whatever I want, but I cannot access the backend server where my services are running. So anything pre-configured services, license-based, if you avail, it's a software as a service. Next is PaaS, platform as a service. It's development-related services. I need to deploy application on .NET, Java, Python. So how you deploy? You need some hosting plan. So it's a hosting service where you host your application, web hosting service. Example, Azure Web App or Azure App Service. This is a hosting service. Hosting service, Microsoft will give you SLA and limited control. And please understand here, no control. And here it's limited control. So limited control means I want to change some .NET version. You can change, you can do that. If option is there, you can do the changes. If option is not there, you cannot do any changes. It depends upon option is available or not. But still, if option is available, you do some changes. Here, you cannot do any changes. Only you can do the security policy, configuration things and all. And backend server is still restricted. Where my hosting service application running, nobody knows. It's running somewhere in the backend. And Microsoft will do the backups. Third, infrastructure as a service. Your VM, storage, network, load balancers. You have a control, full control. So now example, we have backend servers in clouds. I built my VM. So this VM is running somewhere in the one of the server. So Microsoft have no control on the hardware backend. This VM is available to you. So once VM is available, you can install any .NET version as per your needs. But once VM comes to you, the backend hardware is controlled by Microsoft. Which user log in on the VM? Who control this? So up to the VM, Microsoft is responsible, backend hardware and all those stuff. But once VM comes to you, after VM, who log in, why they log in, backup, restore, high availability, security, everything is your responsibility. So 90% my responsibility, 10% Microsoft responsibility. If both are responsible, we call it as shared responsibility model. Make sense?
Yes, sir.
So what we are studying right now is IaaS,
Yes.
like infrastructure as a service, or we gonna study all three.
See, I told you, right? We have a module of PaaS service where you purchase a hosting plan and deploy the application. So we do this also, and definitely we are not doing this. Office 365 is a different one. We are doing few things, few percentage of PaaS, few, and mostly infrastructure.
Okay.
Okay, so that's called introduction. to the cloud, and cloud objects are three types. Or cloud services are three types: SaaS, PaaS, and IaaS. So I divide the subscription into two parts: production and non-production subscription. Non-production means you cannot sell it, to a customer. Non-production. So go to the google.com and type Azure trial login. You will get $200 for 30 days. That's called trial login. They ask your credit card, something basic details. They will not charge you, but for authentication purpose, they ask you. Second is if you work for a big company, say Wipro. Wipro purchase a code from Microsoft, and this code is given to you as an employee. And under this code, under benefits, you activate Azure. And you will get $150 per month. Per month means every month. So you consume or not consume. 31st day, you will get another $150. You spend in 1 day or 30 days, credit becomes zero. And next 30th day, will get another $50. And any balance will not carry forward. And till you are a part of the company, you will get this $150. Make sense?
Yes, sir.
This one we do not need to pay.
Which one?
This $150.
For
That company
$150,
pays or company get
for
free.
$150, you will get a credit to do the practice. This is Azure credit you will get. But how you get the credit, that's what I'm saying. You are working with a Wipro. Wipro purchase a code for you. This code they given to you. Under the benefits, you activate the Azure. And once you activate from this code, you will get $150 every month till you are part of the company. Make sense?
Yes.
What is this code called? Visual subscription. Old days we called as MSDN subscription. Now we called as visual subscription. Example, I log in with my subscription. And you see my credit right now. $150 is how much? Oh, not 12, nearby 11,000 I'm getting, or 12,000, yeah, nearby.
So this every company gets it, is it? Like somebody has to enroll it first, right?
Yeah, your manager has to enroll on your behalf first, as a permission kind of. Wipro will not give to everyone, right? So
Right.
now you see my credit 7917. It's a prepaid credit. And what is my billing cycle? Same 30 days. I consume now, today, 1 day, whatever. You'll see some credit balance. You see MSDN, Route Delhi. And here you see the billing period. So next 30th day, I'll get same credit, whether I consume or not consume. You see the billing cycle in few minutes. It takes some 5 minutes to show the billing cycle. So that's called the second option, visual subscription or MSDN. Third is if you have a college ID, you will get $100 for 1 year. That's for if you have a university email address and all those stuff. Third option. Another one is from Microsoft. We purchase some PaaS. And through this PaaS, you activate Azure. You will get $100 for 1 month. And good news is credit card is not required. Okay, guys, option number 1, free trial. Company given you something. College, university, and Azure PaaS is the fourth option. Come to the prod. Prod, we have, if you go to the Google, pay as you go, prod subscription. You will get no discounts. Directly purchased from Microsoft. Second is reseller. And third one is enterprise agreements. Reseller means I'm not purchased directly pay as you go. I'm purchasing through a reseller. Reseller is getting 40% discounts and 40% he offered 20% to me. So to get some 20% discount, I'm not purchasing directly. I'm purchasing through a reseller. And third is EA, enterprise license, big discount like IBM. If you are a company, big company, you will get definitely enterprise license. Yes, makes sense, guys?
Sir, I have a small doubt. Like, suppose if I take a trial version and my trial version is finished for by the end of 30 days, then I am not a part of any company or college or MS. Then definitely I should go for pay as you go
Correct,
production subscription.
correct, correct. So first subscription you activate as a trial. So once
Okay.
7 days is left out, they will send you email. Do you want to convert into the pay as you go? And then you
Okay.
convert it into the pay as you go for a long term. And now, how much is the bill? Bill is like, see, when you do something, see, first of
Mm-hmm.
all, you know, no pain, no gain. Correct?
Yeah.
Simple fundamental rule, right? Your base location is
Hyderabad, sir.
so in Hyderabad with family, say example, husband, wife, kid, you go for a movie, example, right? In the weekend. So 400 rupees movie, 1600, some coffee, some popcorn and all. Normally you spend 2500 for a movie once in a month
Mm-hmm.
or say once in 2 months, something. Correct? Average.
Yeah. Yeah.
So even you spend once in 2 months also, roughly. So your bill is 1250 only per month. So you do practice anything in Azure, you know,
Mm-hmm.
and 1 hour, 2 hour, 5 hours. None hours I'm not saying, but delete the stuff once you're done. I'll give you guarantee your bill will not come more than 1500 rupees in a month. Maximum. Only condition is do the things and delete. Even you
All
will get
right.
a bill of you will get a bill 300 also, not more than that. 1500 is depend upon if you deploy some big services for some hours for practice. So end of the day, I always recommend for everyone either do this option. One, either I also have this option available. You know, if anybody needs, due to some reason you are not able to get a trial because of credit card or something like that, I have a way to purchase from Microsoft and get $100 something. That also I can help you if you want. This is a second option, if you don't have anything. If you have office available, then definitely it's a good choice, And but once you've done this, definitely within a week or once the last week or 7 days left out, please convert into the pay as you go. And when you convert pay as you go, definitely it's a prod subscription. You have to pay the bill. In that case, I already told you, do the things and delete the stuff.
So unless we use the resources, then only we have to will be getting the bill and we have to pay them,
Correct.
right?
That's what I'm saying. When you do the practice in number of hours, you will not get the bill more than 1,500 in a month. Until unless you run and then keep running 20 days, 30 days without deleting, definitely, so which you are not going to do. Do the lab, do the practice, delete. That's it.
All right, sir. Thank you.